Guys, it's Fonzie with DipYourCar.com. We got a special video for you today. I've got a 1952 Chevrolet half-ton pickup truck. A lot of you guys are saying, when are you going to do a video when you're doing a truck? A lot of people are saying, when are you going to do a video on an old school vehicle? So this video is going to kill two birds with one stone. We've got a very specialized approach we're taking and a very special reason why we're attacking this truck. So we're going to go through that with you as well. We're going to be using the raw titanium dip pearl on this truck with a Camo Brown base. It's going to have a beautiful rustic finish to it. We're going to bring this thing back to life, and like I said, for a special reason with a special purpose. So let me walk you through. I'm going to show you the truck. I'll take you through the process step by step. Sit back, enjoy the video. Okay guys, this is the 1952 Chevy half-ton pickup that we've got. I'm going to walk you around it because this is a lot different than the other cars and vehicles that we've dipped, and to be honest with you, it's a lot more challenging. The first thing you're going to notice is there's a lot of surface area and a lot of curves. Curves are the most difficult part of a car to dip, because if you think of the spray pattern as a cone of paint that's coming down or a cone of dip, as you come down this curve, for example, you go back and forth, and then while you're trying to hit this spot here, you're getting overspray up here. While you're hitting this spot up here, this part down here is getting overspray. So the size of the fan, the product flow, and the overlaps are critical on something like this to not get surface texture or uneven finish. Now you're going to see a lot of rust spots all the way around the truck, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. Masking on this truck, Gabe, our retail manager, did a really good job masking this truck. There's a lot of little pieces to it. A lot of this stuff needs to be peeled while the last coat is still wet, like the door handles, things like that. And then anytime you get into a pickup truck situation, you've got this separation back here between the back of the cab and the bed. And this is always something that's very difficult because you want to get dip down in there so that you get full color coverage, but it's really difficult. So we're gonna try to utilize a really small spray fan and get as good coverage as we can back there. This down here is again going to be a very difficult piece. We've got this little spot back here that's the side of the outside of the bed, and we only have a little bit of room between this area here and then the top of this fender here. So what we're going to do again is use that spot shot technique, a very small spray pattern, and try and get our nice even coats all the way back there, the whole time trying to avoid texture. And then back here, more surface area. The entire bed of the truck, thankfully, is a wood. It's a refinished wood, so we've got that all masked off. You have to get the inside of the bed here all the way up and around and the entire back. So there's a lot of surface area on this truck, a lot of masking that went into it, but it's one of those things where even though it's a big project, as long as you take your time and pay attention throughout the entire thing, we should end up with a really good finish. Okay, you guys have seen exactly how much rust is on this truck. There's a lot of it, and I know the first thing that's going to come to your mind, especially the purists, is body shop, body shop, body shop. You're imagining right now how much body work needs to be done to this truck, how much sanding, priming, maybe even some filler, and then a full restoration type paint job. But this is what we're doing. This is where we come into play. What the owner wants to do is really buy some time between where he is right now in the condition of the truck to a long period down the road where he's actually going to have the time and the resources to do a full restoration job on this truck. So one of the key features is stopping the rust where it is. Now we did a full wash on this car, and then we gave it 48 hours to completely dry. With the car or with the truck and the paint and the rust spots being completely dry, we're going to seal the entire truck in Plasti Dip, which is going to stop the rust exactly where it is. So not only are we going to stop all the rust spots, but during the period of time between now and when you get it fully restored, it's going to look a lot better with that raw titanium finish on it. Okay, one of the first steps after we're done masking and pre-dipping the car is, if you notice, there's a lot of spots in this truck that have very deep ridges or flaps or things that are going to be really difficult to get full coverage on with the spray gun with that wider spray pattern. Even when you're using the small spray pattern, a lot of product is coming out and we don't want to get any runs. So what we're going to do right now is, remember, we're basing the truck with Camo Brown. And it's really helpful when you're doing a project like this to try to grab some of the aerosol cans of the base coat that you're using so that you can really hit some of these small finesse areas. So we're going to go around the truck, and any of the areas like this edge right here, inside all these edges here on the window, we're going to hit these with spot shots from the aerosol cans. We're going to probably get 2, maybe even 3 coats there so that we can build up the right amount of coverage without overdoing it with the spray gun. Guys, behind me we have the end result with this project. Now let's make something very clear. To get this truck back to original condition or even a fully restored condition, it would have needed bodywork, sanding, filler. There's a lot that would go into this project to get it to a fully restored, fully painted, clear coated condition. But what we've done is we've taken it as it was and we stopped the rust. We put a time capsule on the truck, and obviously we made it look a heck of a lot better. All the rust stains, all the rust spots, they're totally invisible at this point. You can still kind of see just a little bit of where that texture is, where those tough rust spots are, if you go up very, very close to the truck and really inspect it. But we did exactly what we committed to do, make the truck look a ton better and stop the rust and corrosion in its tracks. Now, if you have a vehicle where you want to stop the rust using Plasti Dip, moisture is the key. There cannot be any moisture on the car. If you wash it or if it's in the rain, let it dry completely for at least 2 days and try to do it when it's not a humid day out, because locking out that moisture in the rust is going to be key to making this job successful. So everything you saw us use today is available for you right at DipYourCar.com. That goes for the gallons, the sprayer, the dip pearls and everything. Now, we used a lot of product in this car. We used almost 4 gallons of Camo Brown as a base, and we used 4 gallons, 2 matte clear and 2 glossifier with our dip pearls as the top coat, and of course putting 50 grams of dip pearls, the raw titanium, into each sprayable gallon for the top coat. So that was just about 200 grams total for this job. So again, if you have any questions, just give us a call during business hours or just shoot us an email, CustomerService@DipYourCar.com. This was a really fun project. We don't get to do stuff like this that often, but we love doing projects that are a little bit off and a little bit different. So it's Fonzie. I'll see you in the next video. If you want to get me directly, I'm always there for you on Twitter.